This is a refresher for some and a tutorial for others on how to use custom fonts. So on Classroom, I'll have posted the links that you can go exploring. There's lots of places you can get fonts online. One of the ones I use the most is urbanfonts.com. And you'll see on here, there's a lot of ways to kind of search. You can search by, let's get rid of the ad if we can. We can search by free fonts here in the tab and then just kind of scroll around. You can search by style. So if I am looking for something kind of modern, I can click on modern and see what they have filtered is there. Oh, the ads. Go away. And you just want to make sure it's free because some of these have ones you have to pay for as well. So let's say I really like this chisel mark font here. You can also, let me show you this. Type your text here and say hello. So I can see what it would look like in the text I'm going to be using. And so let's say, where'd that one go I liked? Chisel mark. So I like this one. I'm going to click here on the download button. And it's going to show up in my kind of bar down here. But it's also going to be going directly to my downloads. So if I open up my face, little finder guy, and I go to downloads, it should be the top one because I usually have things going by date added. You'll see it ends up as a zip file. So you need to double click the zip file. And it usually is going to be a folder. Sometimes it'll be the file itself. So if I've got the folder, I'm going to double click there. And then you're looking for the, usually it's going to be the name of it with a .ttf. So for some reason, this guy gave us a bunch of fonts in this folder. So that chisel mark TTF is the one I want. You can do the other ones too. Sometimes you'll have different versions, like you'll have chisel mark bold, chisel mark italic, that kind of thing. But whichever ones you want to do, and you can do as many as you want, you just double click the TTF file and then you hit install font on the little window that comes up. And now it's on here forever and ever. So if I go to Illustrator, chisel mark will be there. If I want to do more, I can go in here and do more because there's a bunch in here and hit install font. Sometimes you get the option between TTF and OTF. That used to matter more in the old days of computers and technologies. Now it doesn't seem to make much of a difference. So if it's an OTF file, that's fine. If it's a TTF file, that's fine. And install those. A lot of times there'll be other stuff in there like the licensing, these other kind of ones with these underscores. You can ignore all of that stuff in the text file. So just look for those TTF or OTF files, double click and install. Sometimes you'll get an error when you do that that comes up and says there's a minor problem. If it says minor, go ahead and install it anyway. If it says major, I would not use that font and go find a different one. And then once I'm in Illustrator, it'll be there. The tricky part sometimes is to remember what the font was called. And you might have to go searching for it. So there's my chisel mark. Already there.